So basically what that means is ever since the man Adam, if we want a portion of the Spirit of God, a portion of the Word, we have to dig really deep within our own souls. And we have to work on it. And not only our own souls, but also those whom we teach. We have to really work on those souls for them to become good ground, so that they can bear fruit and so that they can get a portion of the Spirit of God. Jesus, though, came and he said something strange. He said it in Matthew 11. Let's read that from verse 25. He says, "At that time Jesus answered and said, I thank you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that you have hidden these things from the wise and the prudent, and have revealed them to babes. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in your sight. All things have been delivered to me by my Father, and no one knows the Son except the Father, nor does anyone know the Father except the Son, and the one whom the Son wills to reveal him. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take your yoke upon me and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." So what does that mean? What rest will Jesus give us? Rest from what? Well, it's rest from the curse that God pronounced on the ground, on those souls in Genesis. Jesus clearly says you will find rest for your souls. So instead of having to work hard and toil hard within your souls and the souls of those people whom you teach, it will be easier. But it's not a total rest. And we can look at those two different words. It's two different words in Greek. So Jesus promises us rest. But the word for rest there is in the Greek the word anapausis. Now that's the word where we get our word pause from, on our remote controls. Pause. It means rest. But it's not a full rest. It's a temporary rest, a small rest, a growing rest. If it was a full rest, the word would have been katapausis. But Jesus uses the word anapausis. In other words, what Jesus is saying, look, the curse is still there, but I will help you to get to that spirit. It's going to be a lot easier than it was for men of old. Why is it going to be easier? Because He Himself, who is the Word, will come and indwell us. And He will lead us to the Spirit of God. Because He Himself is that tree of life. It's not a total rest. There's still work that needs to be done. We still need to toil. We still need to work hard. But we're going to get a larger portion of the Spirit of God. And it's going to be easier than it was for Adam and his offspring. The third thing we can look at there is the fact that through the sweat of your brow, you will work. Now, the brow always speaks of a man's character. And so basically what it said is, you're going to have to really work hard on your character to get to the Spirit of God, or to partake of that Spirit of God, to partake of that divine nature and tree of life. Whereas previously, it was very hard, but Jesus says He's going to make it a lot easier. Still work that needs to be done, but it's going to be easier for us to partake of that divine nature, as Peter called it in the New Testament.